What it do? Get that coffee right there. My honest opinion pod. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining us. You probably seen this a long time coming.
Been waiting,
and we finally bring you the first episode pilot of My Honest Opinion. And I'm here with my boy Jordan. As you guys may know, my name is Jordan.
Crazy.
How'd that happen?
Hey, couldn't tell you. It's a North Carolina thing.
You know, MJ was killing
100%.
back in the 90s.
He was. He was.
How many people you know named LeBron?
One. The GOAT. Don't play with me.
Okay, all right, here we go. Like, we didn't plan this or make this up, but this guy's literally a LeBron fan and a Kendrick fan. And as you guys know, neither one of those guys are the GOAT of the industries. It's Jordan and Drake, and we'll discuss that. Great detail coming up. But
you saying Jordan, but you named your dog Kobe.
This is fact. I wish I had my dog up here, but he'll bark us out of this room, man. But yeah, man, how you been though? Good, right?
I'm good, really good. Appreciate you having me on.
Of course.
Appreciate you inviting me to do this with you. It's been a long time coming. You've been talking about this for a long time. So I'm excited, 100% excited.
Man, I done try to drop like 2 podcasts at this point. Bro, I got all this equipment, DSLR cameras, iPhone, you name it. All the equipment, got it. This is the first time
Been in storage. Crazy.
Right there in the closet, right there.
Yep.
And guys, so hopefully that you guys enjoy yourselves and you really get to hear my honest opinion. Not all the trolling videos that I've been dropping.
You are a troll. That is fair.
Got the millions of views, like, and all the people that comment, that interact with my content, share my content, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Like, I'm really trying to build, really trying to create something, and you have to meet people where they are. That is the reason why I troll. To answer that question and get that out the way, like, we had this conversation off camera.
Yeah.
But do you remember kind of like what made me start trolling?
Tell me. Refresh my memory.
So, my goal for 2024 and 2025, both, like, I kept it the exact same, was to stay more consistent.
Yep.
And like, staying more consistent, it looks different from other people, but I always felt like you could take something like in one area of your life, and then you could take those habits, the things that you learn, and you can apply to something else. Like how they say you play basketball, you play sports,
Absolutely.
And then those things that you learn in discipline and learning plays and like learning how to be coachable, you can take that and then you can apply it somewhere else in your life. And so with my content, I just was trying to find something that I could do every single day consistently without breaking that pattern. So I was like, yo, what's something that I like to do? What's something that I want to do? And all I did was just like, yo, I'm gonna do this thing every single day. And the muscles, mental muscles that I build off of that task, I want to be able to apply that to other areas.
I agree.
In my life. So,
and we know you like to be controversial. So yeah, I've definitely seen the growth. I do remember our conversations about being consistent.
Yeah.
Not only have you been consistent, I feel like you far exceeded what I would call consistency. I'm proud of you for that. We talked about my honest opinion in the podcast, and I want all the viewers to know you're gonna see some updates coming up in the next podcast that we do with some of the layout, the presentation that we give.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing for this podcast was to simply do it.
Yeah.
To get started, and I think that's what we're doing.
Yeah. And again, this is going to be the part of the consistency. Like, we want you guys tuning in, but we want to make sure that we have something for you to tune in to.
Absolutely.
So we don't want to miss weeks and weeks on end. We might miss 1 or 2, or we might have scheduling conflict, but we want to try to have episodes prepared and ready to go that we can drop in those times that we have busy schedules. Like I wasn't joking about my guy being a pilot. Like, yo, he might be across the country, he might be across the state flying,
but that's no limitation. It's no limitation. We can record beforehand, record around that, virtually. drop a podcast. We've seen that happen as well.
Of course.
So no excuse not to be consistent with it.
But man, getting into the trolling, it was literally it was fun. Like, it was literally funny to see just that dialogue between people defending like their favorite players, their favorite artists. Like, just like, why do people like these people so much? What is the thing that makes them gravitate to one or the other? I love seeing that. And again, making the content, I was like, yo, it was something that came easy. Like, I understand basketball. So when I'm talking about Jordan and LeBron, like, that's coming from a place of knowledge.
Yep.
Like, Kendrick came up on Drake, Lil Wayne. Like, those are three artists that they ran my childhood, my youth, teenage years.
Still do.
Like, bro, they've been in the game for 10, 15 years.
We're just talking about consistency.
Yeah.
LeBron James. No, I'm just playing.
Oh, here we go. Look, let's get this out of the way. Jordan is the GOAT. He's 6 for 6 in the finals. You know what I'm saying? LeBron, it's still taking 22 years and he only got 4 rings. Still in the league. You know what I'm saying? Still in the league. But it's just, he's stat padding at this point. Like, you know what I'm saying?
On, man, no disrespect.
Luka might carry him to a championship, though. He might. I think it's possible, but I don't know if they got enough pieces in to keep it hot, yo. Like, I think the only thing that has ever held LeBron back was his play style. Him being a passer, it sound good. It look good on paper. You know, I'm a get the rebound. I'm a swing this rock, get to the open. I'm gonna make the right play. But sometimes the right play is to shoot that rock. And the right play also is if you have a mismatch, you have an advantage just by the pressure that you put on the offense. You don't have the same type of pressure that you put on the offense by diverting or passing. Yeah, you getting the person involved, but sometimes your aggressiveness can set up another play down the line for somebody else just by him being aggressive.
I agree. I would just contend. I would say that we haven't seen anyone be this good, this great, this long. We were just talking about consistency, and LeBron's been consistent over 20 years.
Yeah,
I would also point to the fact that he's still in the league, most points scored all time. I know that's not we can go into longevity versus how they put the ball in the basket. So I'm not gonna get into that, but I will say that there's a lot of things that go into, I would say, LeBron being the GOAT. And I know you more so, you're on the court, like what he do between the lines.
Yeah.
And I understand that. I don't discount Mike.
Marcus just got arrested.
What?
Yeah, he just got arrested, bro. Like 2 days ago. Like, he was his Lamborghini or something was on the train track. Like, on the train track.
I did not know that. But I know Bronny in the league. You know what I'm saying? If we want to talk about their kids, you know what I'm saying. So,
LeVar Ball got it all them beat. Mike,
he do. Greatest. Jello just dropped the new track. That's crazy. Yeah.
Hey, him and Dion, they competing for Father of the Year right now.
They are.
If Shiloh get to the NFL,
he gonna get there.
Dion might got a leg up.
Yeah.
Now, last thing about Brian though.
Okay.
So this, when I really think about this, like I really want you guys to really listen.
Okay.
If LeBron stopped worrying about stat padding, hear me out.
Oh my goodness.
If he was like, yo, bump the rebounds, like I don't need rebounds. He catching the ball half court volleyball line, getting downhill and catching that outlet instead of initiating the break. Imagine what type of pressure he'd put on your offense.
LeBron give you 45 a night.
I'm trying to fill the stat sheet. I'm trying to, let me go get these boards. Bro, leave them boards alone. And then, bro, if he gave you 35.
35 is, I would say, a good number.
Okay, that might be pushing because he 40. He older. If LeBron gave you 28, 8 assists, and 6 boards. And this is the thing, because your jumper might not be falling every night. You might not be able to put the ball. I'm talking about the average.
Yeah.
If he gave you 28.
That's the average.
About 8 assists. And then just left the rebounds alone, let
get up the floor.
Yeah, get up the floor. About 5 rebounds.
Be the outlet pass instead of passing. Yeah.
His game will look totally different, and his impact on the team. I'm not in the league. They gonna say, Brian, but I'm telling you from experience, when you put players in certain positions based upon their skill set, their age, you got to adjust that. Like, Brian don't need to be leading the break. Like, why was Jordan so effective? Jordan won't bringing it up on the break. He had Pippen. People come like, oh, he ain't got a point guard. But this is just about getting the ball ahead. Like, ain't no real point guard in the league no more. Like, not like that.
Nah.
I
would say all the guards in the league are scoring guards. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say they're not point guards, but they are scoring guards. More dynamic than a John Stockton. Yep. And no disrespect to John Stockton. Like, we're not doing that either. But just more dynamic. They don't defer.
Yeah.
There may not be a pass once the ball come past half court. And we see that in the way that Steph has translated the game.
I was gonna say, like, do you think that most guards right now got a stupid handle, crazy handle, like they really patting the ball, like that's initiating the offense? Like,
I would say most, no. I will say that somebody that does have a handle that is underrated is Steph.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. Kyrie handles.
Kyrie, that's a whole nother level.
Stupid.
Stupid.
CP handle.
But if you look at, there are a lot of players that, and like, again, we're not in the league, but just by looking at the eye test or watching the game, it's more of a how quick can you get a basket? You know what I mean?
24-second shot clock.
24-second shot clock. How quick can you get a basket? How quick can you get the ball up? How quick can you get the ball up? Can you outshoot the other team? And if you're able to, that may give you the best chance to win.
Bro, and to the average Joe, bro, you know how many people haven't played under the shot clock?
A lot.
Bro, like people like, man, I do this, I do that. Bro, like that shot clock different. Like I'm talking about like that 2-3 dribbles, like that is a real thing.
It's a real
thing.
Yep.
You don't get more than that. Like, and people was on that in high school with no shot clock because we in North Carolina. I think some other states got shot clocks, but then going to college and you getting 35 seconds, 32, like, bro,
it's different.
And you still got 10-second violation. So like you lose 8 seconds off the rip just coming up the court.
One last troll about Jordan, since you want to go with Bron.
Here you go.
I will say Jordan never won one without Pippen. What you think about that?
Oh, that's his son, man. Look, you see him crashing out
crazy.
Right now. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, Pitt needed Jordan. Like, you see what left the Pippen old devices. We see what we get.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Mike cut him off, and I don't know. He started hitting the pipe or something. The way he been acting.
Hey, Pitt be talking. He said his GOAT Bron.
Yeah,
that's what Pip said.
Yeah. Now I say it like this though. I think Pippen could have been in the right situation. Top 10 of all time in the right situation with the right coach because he had
if he wasn't playing with Mike
with the intangibles. But again, he did get hurt. He had back injuries. He had like we can say Penny could have been top 15.
Absolutely.
Something like if he didn't get hurt.
Absolutely.
Grant Hill could have been top 25. Brandon Roy could have been top 25. Like
Tracy McGrady.
Some people might put Tracy
McGrady in the top.
Yeah. They might put him up there.
I agree.
But yeah, man. So yeah, like, but back into the trolling though, man. It's just like, so that's why I've been trolling. Like, guys, I've been seeing the comments like, oh, he lame, he whack, he. Yeah, like I've been engagement farming, trolling. So to get you guys here to listen to this conversation.
Absolutely.
And the moment of truth.
Okay.
Drake versus Kendrick. Yes.
We got to introduce yourself first.
I got to introduce him.
We're going to go there. We're going to go there in that.
So, guys, my name is, again, Jordan. I am the owner of The Six Man LLC, Sneaker Liaison, and I am a sneaker reseller. I've been doing that for about 6-7 years. The question that I hear a lot is like, what were you doing before the podcast? What were you doing for the trolling?
I would say you've been doing the sneakers for... I ain't even gonna let you lie to the people.
It's been about a decade. Like,
yeah, it's been about 10, 12 years.
Like, so I supply shoes to Eric Thomas. I done supply shoes to the baby. $1 million Worth of Game podcast, Give It a Kid and
Joe
Wallow, Joe Budden,
Yep.
Roy and Maul. Like, so I've been around.
Yep.
I've done some things that people like, yo, what are you into? What you be going on? Like, if you want trolling, you won't be. Guys, I had motion before the trolling.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. The six man, and I love the six man because, in my opinion, when I think of the six man, I think of the individual that gives the boost or is able to elevate his team. I think of Jamal Crawford. That's like one of the biggest ones that I think of. But it's the individual that's able to come in and make a difference. And I think with, because you being modest right now, so I think with the six man, I mean, we've known each other since we were 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
I think that's something to be said. But with the six man, I'm pretty sure you were supplying shoes. We were doing the computer bot thing to be able to check out on Foot Locker and stuff like that. Started. And I feel like that was in like 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
Like right post high school.
Yeah. First customer was Vontae Leach, Super Bowl winner, running back for
Shout out.
The Baltimore Ravens, man. Like, man, he really set my business up for success. Like, bro, if I'm not mistaken, like, I almost got a pair of cool grades. I was about to say Joe Flacco, but it could have been a backup quarterback at the time. But it was one of his teammates that they was like, and at that time, I couldn't get the shoe.
Yep. Because
just getting started.
There was a lot of times where you would have orders in, and I know I was assisting you a little bit. You would have orders in, but we couldn't check out.
Yeah,
that was when the
right there in the cart,
and you pressing some add the cart, and so to see you come from there, 14 years ago, I think you'd be in modest when you said 6 years. Like 6 years, that's when you started, blowing up. But like, there was a lot that happened prior to that while we were still in college and all that kind of good stuff. But just seeing the evolution of, the connections that you've been able to make over the last 15 years has been a blessing. Partnering with Southeast Raleigh School Program. We'll
talk about that.
We'll save it. But continue.
But yeah, man, it just like it's been a journey.
Absolutely.
But yeah, to answer that question, like I had motion before trolling, and it just one thing I want people to realize is you never let a good crisis go to waste. You might want to take a pen and paper out, but never let a good crisis go to waste. If there's something like going on, like there is a lot of attention that's going to be brought to that thing or brought to that subject. And the way that, unfortunately, that our algorithms work, it hypes up the BS. It hypes up the drama. Like, that's the thing that holds people attention. So an algorithm is literally working based upon
what we feed into,
what we're going to be glued into.
Absolutely.
What's going to keep you on the platform. It'll be a beautiful thing if we could play hymnals and praise and worship and like somebody preaching. Bro, it'll be a beautiful thing if that's what it was that was going to keep people on the platform.
Yeah.
But that's just not what's going to hold people attention.
Nope.
And what holds people attention is that controversy, is that like that imano, like that's just what holds people attention.
Completely agree. So introduce myself.
Yeah. Who you, my guy?
My name Jordan as well. Known Jordan since we were like 4 years old, 5 years old. We went to the same church.
Yeah.
That's pretty much where we met and hit it off. But yeah.
Pause.
You're stupid. You're stupid.
Hey, pause. Yeah. Look, y'all gonna clip that.
Yeah, clip that.
Yeah.
Clip that.
Pause.
Yeah. But that's where we met. Talking about the church, man. It's crazy. All right.
Hey, it be some things.
Yeah, I feel you. But yeah, that's where we met. Both grew up in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Went to school right down the street from each other.
Yeah, not too far.
UNCG. I went to UNC Charlotte.
Yeah.
And then I'm active duty military. I'm in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
And I'm a pilot. Simple as that.
Yeah. Run up on them if you want to.
Yeah.
I ain't put that type of energy out there.
No. Yeah.
Run up on you if you want to.
Yep. But yep. I feel like we're both doing well. We're both blessed.
Man, for sure, man.
This is definitely a good segue into that Kendrick and Drake that I know you itching for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I got to give the people what they want. Let them know, like, I really do think Drake is better than Kendrick. This is not a facade. This is not like play like the beef.
We are not trolling right now.
Yeah. This is my honest opinion.
Honest opinion. I would say Kendrick Lamar is a better artist.
Lord have mercy.
Than Aubrey Graham.
Lord have mercy.
And I know you're gonna go the other way. And
Lord have mercy.
We can expound.
Okay.
So recap.
So let's recap the beef.
Let's recap.
Kendrick threw his shots out because he needed a promo.
On like that.
Okay. Like, people say that Kendrick didn't have a rollout. What other rollout have you ever seen Kendrick have other than major controversy or beef? Control verse till now. Like, anytime that he wanted to get on the main stage or grand stage, he did step on his peers or his contemporary. Like, and I'm not saying that he's not gifted. I'm not saying that he's not artistic. He is a great artist. But to say that he's better than Drake, who has like 40-something Billboard awards, like, he got 7 Grammys, even dissed the Grammys, and still got some of them things. Like, now you're talking about,
and I'm not saying Drake isn't a great artist. So that's not what we're doing either.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and again, just to go back to the beginning, it's like, so he dropped like that. Then after he dropped like that, it was like, yo, Drake, like, you gotta respond. You gotta, not knowing Kendrick had his thing mapped out and playing. Like, it's literally like getting snuck almost to a certain degree. Like, yeah, we taking jabs. Like, it's
like you're building a narrative. Go ahead.
Okay,
you are building a narrative over there. Go ahead. Though.
So I would try to take all bias.
You are being biased.
I would try to take all bias out of it.
I'll call you out.
Kendrick took a shot at Drake. Drake responded.
Yep.
Kendrick responded.
Let's not forget Jermaine.
Cole jumped in there with 7-minute drill, which I think 7-minute drill was top 3 songs out of the whole entire beef in it because it was so on point. You can look at what J. Cole said to this day, and it still applies to what Kendrick had.
I'm a Cole fan, so
yeah.
So he
literally said we wouldn't be discussing you if you won't dissing, and it's like Super Bowl he dissing. He dissed for
that show in where that show at where he was dissing the entire show.
Oh yeah. You talking about the pop out show?
Pop out, yeah.
He had a pop out show.
Boy, Brian popped out.
He was dissing.
He was there, Brian. Drake's supposed to be your boy, Brian.
MJ would never do that to his homie, though.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy. Hey, he said he was gonna ask for forgiveness and not permission. He was there, man. Hey, he was out there. He popped out.
And it's funny that they beefing, but again, that's another story for another day. But like, he was dissing, and J. Cole, he's been spot on, and J. Cole was like, "Yo, bump the Grammys, like what they did for me," and everybody going crazy because Kendrick won 5 Grammys. And J. Cole said, like, Grammys, what they done for me? They not part of the culture. Like, but people move the goalposts and be like, yo, Kendrick got 22 Grammys. Bro, so you telling me that we going to take the opinion over 13,000 people, whoever's on the committee.
Maybe less. Yeah, maybe less.
Over 1.85 billion streams.
I mean, I would, okay, I understand that. But I would say if you want to build a narrative, I would say that the narrative on social media and in the public opinion, I would say, is that Kendrick won the beef flawlessly.
Yeah,
I had to throw that in there.
Flawless.
And
no assistance. No oops.
And I would say that the public opinion is that he's the better artist. Public opinion. You know.
So you
go ahead.
So what I think,
I mean, go ahead. So I would say you're the minority in this situation.
So Drake didn't lose the beef. And the reason I say Drake didn't lose the beef is because Kendrick had the help and the assistance. And I'm not even talking about just bots because, like, I told you what was going on social media, bro.
You did.
That jump, wow.
Yeah,
like people
facts.
wonder why I have so many views and whatever.
Bots.
Like I really do think I got a boost off of K-bots.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I genuinely, like, I'm not saying that from a like, yo, like
They were moving the needle.
yeah, I like, bro. If you put Kendrick on anything during the height of that beef, bro, like I'm talking about, I don't know what if it was the algorithm or if it was bots, but for whatever reason, if you drop Kendrick on anything, it was going. And this was before Not Like Us. I'm talking about, this is in push-ups.
Yep.
This is when Euphoria dropped.
Euphoria. Yeah.
Beat the Grams. Like this was like that time frame.
Absolutely.
When I was just dropping videos and it was going triple platinum, million views, 250 in like 2 days. Like
Crazy. It was crazy work.
the view count was crazy. And that's why I went like, they was like, man, ain't nobody buying. I'm like, man, something was going on. Like that algorithm was popping. And it, bro, the algorithm is still popping, but I think this is real users and stuff now.
Okay. So do you think Drake is well within his right to sue for defamation?
Yeah. I think it, because like it's the time frame. Like people looking at from the music standpoint, but I'm looking at it from the business standpoint. Follow the money. Like if you really look at what the Grammys predicate itself off of, like what is the Grammys worth or value if they don't have the biggest artists in their in the industry, in the most popular music category in the world, not submitting his music to their event?
I would say their value decreases. Yeah.
So it's like when people's like, well, Kendrick, he got the Not Like Us took off. A world sound, like, man, Drake got plenty of Not Like Us, in my opinion.
You said
Guys
Drake,
playing,
Drake.
yeah.
Okay.
He got
Yeah.
mega hits.
I feel like Kendrick does as well, though.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about on the pop side. I think Not Like Us is pop. People say it's hip hop.
I would say it's hip hop. It's more like a West Coast hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would say it's hip hop. Yeah. If we're gonna go pop, Drake also has pop.
Then people say God Plan is pop.
I wouldn't say God's Plan is pop per se. I would say some of his other hits,
One Dance.
but I mean that's more like Caribbean.
Yeah.
Island. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to think. Like I want to say like what was the song he had with Rihanna? Word, but there was another one. There was another
Find Your Love.
Find Your Love, but I don't know if that was with Rihanna. But yeah,
Whatever.
some of his I would say some of his music is multi, it can hit multi many lanes, if that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, me personally, when I think of the Drake and Kendrick beef,
Take Care.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But I do think that Kendrick, you know, he swung first.
Yeah.
On the Future track, I think it was very clever to like rope Future into that.
Yeah.
I think
calculated.
it was very calculated to rope Future into that beef, and everybody was like, "Oh, is Future and Drake good?" or whatever the case may be. Also wrote Metro in there. Now Metro,
They said Metro set it up.
Yeah, Metro set it up, but like Metro, like, you know, make them drums, nigga.
Did you did you hear that song that he took Drake off of?
Who, Metro?
Yeah.
No.
That joint was called Trance. That joint fire
Okay.
with Drake.
I ain't even hear
That
that.
Drake verse was, that might be top 10 Drake verse on that he had on Trance. Like,
Yep.
but again,
I
like,
haven't heard that one. But,
I'll play it for you later,
Okay.
so we don't get copyright strike.
yeah. But yeah, he, you know, calculated with that move. Drake hit back.
Yeah.
And I would say for like a moment, people didn't think Kendrick was going to respond. I don't know if you remember that. When Drake put out the back-to-back, then he put out Push-Ups, and then he put out the one where
The AI joint.
with Tupac and Snoop.
If Kendrick would have did that, people would have went wild. They would have
agree.
went. That's how I knew it was biased.
But I would say I don't think it was as calculated as you're making it seem, because I would say, how did Kendrick respond with, you know, got Tupac turning in his grave and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Without, you know, without waiting to see what Drake was going to put out, if that makes sense. So I think Kendrick had calculated responses to Drake based on what Drake was releasing. If that makes sense.
And now this one
And
thing,
I think
though,
Euphoria was one of the top songs in the beat.
Drake underestimated Kendrick for sure.
For sure.
Like there's no like he underestimated greatly.
You think so?
Yes.
Underestimated?
Yes, he did. He did not have proper respect for
I will
for
say,
Kendrick.
but I will say this: Drake had some killers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When he came back, I feel like what did he come back to Euphoria with? Family Matters.
Family Matters. Like that was yeah.
I didn't think Family Matters got the due respect it reserved. We talked about this.
Yeah, and people don't remember the interlude for Birdie Live. The joint that he had that he dropped on Instagram.
Yep. But like even like with Family Matters, I feel like Family Matters was up there with because Family Matters was like 2-3 songs in one.
Bro, he got Rick Ross out of there.
He got Metro out of there.
He got Metro out of there.
He got who else? He put Kendrick out of there too.
Yeah, he got ASAP. Like he
cleaned up a couple folk.
He cleaned them up. And
he did clean them up.
And so and that's why I was like, yo, like I can't say that he. That's why I say I just can't say that he lost because he had. So
what's the score? What's the score on the songs? I mean, I know we talked about this. But what would you say is a score?
If I remember, what did I say? I said so. I was like,
you said Drake won round 2 with Family Matters.
I was like Drake like round 2 because people said Meet the Grounds. Like Meet the Grounds. That is.
And we also got to take into account what's true and what's not.
Yeah,
and that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, and people gonna debate his son and daughter and
does Drake have a daughter? Who knows?
But bars. Yeah, I was like Family Matters.
Cheating on his wife. Who knows?
I said Euphoria is the best song that Kendrick dropped. Euphoria is better than Not Like Us.
Euphoria is better than Not Like Us.
Yes, by far.
Euphoria is better than Not Like. I feel like Not Like Us is a better seller. Like people would rather get in the car and play Not Like Us.
Yeah.
Than get in the car and play Euphoria.
And
that makes sense.
And I think that that Family Matters beat Not Like Us because we're talking about beef. We're not like people. I think they conflated the beef and like songs that you listen to. Like so, it's like we're talking about beef, like bar for bar. I'm going at you. Like I thought Family Matters won because of how technical it was.
I think the world would disagree with you.
Yeah, I think they would.
Fair,
but I think Not Like Us is the more popular song. So it's like, which one are we looking at? The bars that I got for you, or the song that's getting played the most? I feel like that's two totally separate conversations.
Okay. So you feel like Not Like Us had more bars for Kendrick? No. You feel like Family Matters had more bars going at individuals than Not Like Us had for Drake? Because everybody just remembers like the 2 lines. You know what I mean? Like the A minor and the Certified Lover Boy. Yeah. Those are the 2 lines. And then the beat bangs and the chorus bangs. Easy to remember.
I was like, I said Mustard carried Kendrick the whole beef. Like I think. That's nobody talks about that. Like I think that he got carried. Like some of his beat selections was A1 top quality. It's like I feel like if you give them beats to any halfway decent artist, they going platinum. Like the beats was just that tough. Like Drake was really trying to get in his bar bag. He was really trying to rap because that's what I think he thought that he had to do.
Okay,
and
Drake was rapping.
Yeah. So, but I think that's what really separated for me when I started seeing like, people already chose sides. Like people already had what they thought was going to happen, what they thought should have been said. Like, and when you start talking about like the narrative, like that you said in building, it's like think about this though. Follow the money. Grammys. We don't have the biggest artists in this category rocking with us. Now we got this artist that arguably
we're going to
push Kendrick. Why not give him 5 Grammys if he taking out my enemy? The enemy of my enemy is your friend. So now you got the Grammys that hit like, Kendrick A1, his song is justifiably the best song of that year. But we can double down and add some sauce on it.
Yeah, some sauce.
Add some sauce on it.
That's fair.
And we can give them not just 1 or 2 categories. We'll give them 5 categories. Like we'll really put the stamp. And then you see Lucy Grange and Dr. Dre high-fiving after the announcement.
Yeah.
And if you got a renegotiation going on at the same time,
It makes sense.
you got the pedophile joint drop,
It makes sense.
devalues your brand.
Devalues the individual that's against the Grammys.
So I was like, I just follow the money. Like, I'm not like a conspiracy theory type of guy. I'm just looking at it like, yo,
If it don't make money, don't make sense.
if it don't make money, it don't make sense.
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
for me, the money shows me is like, okay, the Grammys, their ratings been down tremendously.
Yeah.
So now is it a beef or is it just opportunist?
B for business.
Be for business. Like, I think it was a great opportunity for them to highlight Kendrick, pull the most popular rapper at the time back into the fold that's still submitting music to us, because Drake's not submitting music to the Grammys.
Nope.
So now we get the attention from the beef. We get to bring the quote unquote, at this time, the biggest rapper back into our fold, which is going to lend that credibility to us, because this committee of 13,000 people are telling you who's the best artist and not the not the person that we listening to the most.
Fair. Do you think that all of that, so everything that you just covered, including the business aspect, do you think that takes away from the greatness and the talent that is Kendrick Lamar? Like, do you think all of that, like, yes, you can capitalize.
Now that you say that, I think I put this in the post the other day.
Okay. I ain't see the post. So.
Kendrick winning the Grammys off of Not Like Us devalued his artistic ability.
How? Elaborate.
Because,
as
like,
they may say. Because I don't agree.
If we go back,
artistic ability is there.
I think it was 2016. Macklemore won the Grammys over Kendrick, bro.
Okay.
For rapper of the year or rap album of the year or something like that. And I'm like, Macklemore over Kendrick.
How? Yeah.
Macklemore.
Yeah.
Not Eminem. Like,
Not Eminem.
Macklemore.
Yep.
One. And it's like, it's a bias. Like, this committee has a bias. Like, there's no way that you could tell me that he is a better anything than Kendrick Lamar. And so when I saw that, and now I compare it to this, and it's just like, he had Euphoria. GNX was past the deadline cutoff, so he couldn't.
GNX was a fire album,
and I think he might would have ran the table with Euphoria, but it could have been a jab at Drake. It could have been, all that. He wore a Canadian tuxedo.
Sure.
But for the committee to rank that, and then they have done so much disservice to other artists in the same arena, same category, and they picked a diss song to highlight on that stage.
Yeah.
And we could talk about we'll talk about the culture before the end. Yeah. But I just don't rock with, even as a committee and even as artists that are in the culture, I would never want to see another artist, as much as we dealing with and going through as individual African Americans, I never want that to be representative of any African American, period. And as a committee, I think the artist is the one that has to submit the song. But I was like, Kendrick has put out way better songs, way better music than to be given 5 Grammys for Not Like Us.
But I will say this. Not Like Us was a theme of 2024.
Yeah.
And we're like moving kind of into that Super Bowl conversation. Your boy Kendrick's gonna take the stage tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll be in the bathroom. I ain't gonna miss my break. Just look at Kendrick like, Nah, I think it's gonna be all right. Like, it's again, but I think it's lot
he's
of
taking
song.
Not Like Us. I mean, he in from 2024. He's bringing it into the biggest stage. I mean, this the most, probably one of the most watched events.
So this is
of the year.
This is the thing. People like Biggie and Tupac, they was beefing. They was going through they tiffed, and both of them, they end up losing their lives. And out of this one, we got somebody getting sued. I'd rather for somebody to get sued than any artist.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Life be taken.
J. Cole's wife told him to get out of that.
Oh yeah, she was like, you be riding around on a bike.
On a bike.
It's like, you be dolo,
yeah,
like you be chilling, like you really about to beef with them, like
you really don't care, Cole.
you got a kid and daughter
at the crib.
You not really like
we live
from
in
Cumberland. Yeah.
You live in Cary.
You from Cumberland. You came from, you was
from
outside.
Cumberland.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Fed now.
Yep.
But
You
yeah,
don't even live like that no more.
yeah, you not even, you don't be out there like that. Like, ain't no point in, and on
You
top
know,
of
you
that.
know, you know what sparked it?
What?
Drake house getting shot up.
Oh, yeah. She like, yeah. You need to go apologize right now.
Go apologize right now. Right now.
That's why I got respect for Cole. Cole love his wife, yo. Cole love his wife. Like, and then look, this is not, not getting it personal. Hey, man, look, Kendrick, go ahead and wife that lady, yo. She held you down. Bro.
Wow, here we go.
Look, I'm on your side.
No, I agree.
Look, go, man, put that ring on her finger. And
he did put a ring on it.
Man,
that's what Drake talking about.
Man, go ahead and put that signature on that piece of paper and give that lady everything. She held you down. Like, that's, yeah, man.
Two kids, 3 kids.
I think 2.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Go ahead and sign that dotted line for that young lady.
Marrying?
That joker might not ever get married, dog.
Might not.
I think he gonna be a bachelor forever, my dude. Like,
yeah, he just might.
But I do hate it for that they lifestyle though, because
it's
a lifestyle, bro. Like,
yeah, Drake. I mean, it's 100% a outcome of who he is.
Yeah, I mean, just all of them, like just the stars, the lights, like
that's why J. Cole riding that bike, flying commercial. You know what I mean? He don't even want that lifestyle.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
I don't think he does. I don't think any of them guys they don't have any. They got some blemishes, X, Y, and Z. But yeah, I do think Cole is the more grounded, family oriented guy. Like, not saying that he don't have flaws, mistakes, whatever. I don't know what
we all
skeleton.
do. Nobody's perfect.
This guy's got in their closet, but
yeah.
But again,
okay.
That's why I think this is why I genuinely think that it was a play against Drake. It was a 20v1, not just from an artist standpoint, but from an industry standpoint. They get to strip or devalue the number one artist.
Drake was 100% number one at the time.
Yeah,
like across the board. Before Not Like Us, I mean, Drake was putting out
banger
after
hit,
banger after banger,
numbers
after
going
banger,
wild,
numbers after numbers. Yeah,
and they be like, well, he was getting bodied, he was getting pushed by the system. Yeah, I get it, but
collab with Future. I mean, he was on a roll. Collabs with Future, collabs with 21, tours with Future, tours with 21, tours with J. Cole. I mean, they were on
bro. And I like, and this is why I don't like our culture sometimes, bro.
Okay.
There's no way they would ever let that happen to Taylor Swift. You think somebody gonna take Taylor Swift?
What you're saying is we did this to Drake
as a culture, like we sometimes we gotta be like, yo, chill, like we not even doing that. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Other cultures do it to us. You got people that get shot on a police traffic stop. They go to court and then boom, They get put on administrative leave and they back on the force in 6 months. And I'm like, other cultures ride or give their culture the benefit of the doubt. We be so quick to condemn. I'm not picking sides because people can be like, you defending the pedophile,
Nah.
No, I'm not saying that. I don't know what these guys going on.
Nope.
But
nobody does. No idea.
But I'm not going to assume the worst because we already got other cultures assuming the worst of what we do. Like, bro, you probably experience it. I walk down the street. If I ain't got my dog with me, they think I'm breaking in.
Who are you?
Who are you here or something? Like,
yeah,
I think I stay in a pretty decent area.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
If I'm outside,
you're not pushing a stroller.
Morning, I'm not pushing a stroller. If I'm not walking my dog, if I walk outside, they're gonna be looking at, yo, what
in the world going on?
And so it's like
it's a narrative,
and we already got that. So it's like I'm just not about to be the first one to put the label on any African American artists because they already got enough labels that's gonna be put on them, like thugs, X, Y, and Z. And I think like we mentioned, how does our culture feel about mixed individuals? How do our culture feel about
that? We did talk about that.
You know what I'm saying? Certain ethnic groups.
I was saying America. The crazy thing is that in America, 1% black make you black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But all of a sudden,
yeah. All of a sudden. Yeah,
he was the that like when he first dropped. You know the black guy that was on Degrassi, like what's his name?
Yeah.
Wheelchair Jimmy. Like
Jimmy,
that's how he was described. The black guy on Degrassi. Wheelchair Jimmy. Yo, he be rapping like, yo, he nice. Like he was black then.
All of a sudden,
he been black for 20 years, 15 years. Now all of a sudden, he not black no more. All of a sudden, he mixed. All of a sudden, like he ain't come from the outside the streets and this like, and this is the thing too. People got to stop putting extra sauce on poverty in our culture. This is my opinion, and when people be upset, we put a lot of extra sauce. Like, bruh, we got to give credit where credit due. The parents that's been holding it down.
Yeah.
That was clocking in to work.
Yeah.
Making ends meet.
Yeah.
Going to work. And then we gonna bag on we gonna get on each other's neck because they parents was bringing home groceries like they were supposed to. They won't on, government assistance.
Nope.
And I put it like this. It's some scenarios that happen where we either missed out on opportunities or we was withheld from opportunities for whatever reason.
I would say even maybe ignorant to opportunities.
Ignorant to opportunities.
Absolutely.
So it's a few categories that fall in that really messed us up as people.
Yep.
But for some reason, our culture put like, yo, if you ain't come from the streets, like if you ain't come from Section 8,
where you're going. Yep.
If you ain't come from the struggle, you whack, you not hard, you soft. Like I'm just like, why we glorify coming from the streets versus like, okay, like if the guy put in the work, if he put the time in the studio, and again, I don't agree with everything that Drake rap about. I don't agree with everything Kendrick rap about. But what I'm saying is like, why do our culture bump them, glorify like such like negativity, and then we degrade or like we degrade like just people who come from normal backgrounds that we might have came from too.
Absolutely.
Oh, don't tell somebody you got two parents at the crib.
It's not normal.
Are you a square boy? What? Hey, oh yeah, you gonna get picked on for days, but you got two parents at the crib.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, you got some New Balances on back in the day. Well, I wish we would wear some New Balances back in the day,
man. And now it's
Asics and New Balances.
I would say now New Balances is in. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think we definitely glorify a certain type of struggle. That struggle being, like you said, from the streets, getting it out the mud, all of those type of things. But I would say one thing I've learned from, my time, like one thing I've learned since being an adult and having children, working is hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's what, bro, we got to put some respect on like the middle class. Yeah. Like we could talk about, I'm glad for anybody who came from the struggle, who got
out of it. That's amazing. It's amazing.
We got to put some respect on the middle class who didn't come from the struggle, but they contributing to black culture, black society
as well.
And we pick and choose when we want to claim them. Like,
absolutely.
Like, yo, like look at Big Meech, and I'm sorry to go on a tangent, but look at Big Meech. You see how much love he got from coming home from jail? Bruh, how much love you got from graduating from college?
Not that much. Yeah, not that much.
And I'm not comparing us to Big Meech, but I'm just saying like we don't like, bruh, Big Meech might have got more love than MLK.
Yeah.
Big Meech might get more love than Malcolm X. Like I can't think like I can think of activists like, bro, my guy E.T. Eric Thomas, bro. Yep. Real deal. He the truth. Best speaker I've ever heard in my life. And he has a following, but he don't have the type of following that some of these, drug lords and had, Freeway Ricky Ross, like I said, Big Meech, like, and it's like, yo, that junk, yo. Like, our thought leaders are entertainers and rappers. When you go look at other ethnic group thought leaders like, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, like
business owners. And
it's just like, that's always been odd to me. And again, I'm not trying to go on a different tangent because I'm trying to stay on the Drake and Kendrick. But
spitting game.
Yeah, but it's just like, that is odd to me that like Kendrick and Drake, as talented, smart, calculated. I even say Jay-Z, but I like the business moves that Jay-Z has, the businessman he's become.
Same with 50.
Same with 50. Like,
absolutely.
I think, okay, now y'all can be thought leaders now. Like, y'all really
change the game.
Tyler Perry, but he's a thought leader.
He's a thought leader.
He's a great businessman, and I'm like, he can really change people. Like he, I think he's earned that right.
I completely agree.
But just because somebody drop a track, a song, I don't like. I hate that sometimes they represent our culture as a whole, and it's just like, yo, like they 25, 26 years old, trapping, selling drugs. They been, some of them.
Still, some of them. I think we have to do. I think we just have to do a better job of continuing to become the thought leaders in our community that we want to see, you know what I mean, globally, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like everyone admires what we see. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like we glorify the, like you said, the 26, 25, 26-year-old rapper that's trapping or whatever the case may be. Yeah. That's wearing the jewelry. We glorify that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Athletes, but I'm not even mad at athletes. Like, But again, the athletes wearing the jewelry, like people in the NFL wearing $200,000 necklaces in the game now. Yeah. Like it's almost out of hand. You know what I mean?
Like, bro, they could be putting that into a mutual fund.
Man, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. But like, I would say that the thought leaders, like, we just have to do a better job of glorifying or understanding that there's that, which if you make it to that level, man, congratulations. I have nothing but respect for you. And I know that you put in the work to get there that a lot of people won't acknowledge. However, for I would say 99% of individuals, your wealth is going to come from owning a business. Your wealth is going to come from
passive income.
I would say owning a business, real estate. It's going to come from mastering your craft, whether that be speaking, writing a book, mastering your mind, I would say, flying a plane, like bro, being a doctor. However you want to put it, there's other ways, and J. Cole talks about it. Yeah, to show success.
Yeah, like, bro, like, I mean, like you said, writing a book, like, man, you know what I mean? People got some fire stories, but they just can't sit down or get with somebody to write their book. Like, you talk about, like, again, poverty, overcoming, like, bro, some of these dudes should be writing memoirs and books and, like, talking about how they were able to get out their situation. But again, they just, I don't know, like, I guess the information not available, you know, really to them. But yeah, man, to wrap up the Drake and Kendrick, man, I definitely think that the odds are stacked against Drake, and it's hard for me to give him the L just because of my business mind and following, like, how things played out. Because when I go look at YouTube and I go see the numbers, and then I think Family Matters for, like, I think that junk had like 500,000 views. Now, what I do know about the algorithm, which is kind of like counterintuitive, is 7-minute runtime. So, like, with it being 7 minutes and how many views and stuff that you're getting, how many plays and people watching it, then maybe clicking off of it, go somewhere else. And if you drop it too many places, like, you kind of split up, divert views. That plays a part into kind of like what your metrics and stuff look like. But when that didn't get the plays and the push, and then knowing, like, hey, Drake is, like, in the middle of a renegotiation, kind of like a soft negotiation at that time. Like, he just re-up, and, like, now his catalog is about to come back open for another move. I was like, okay, this is the worst time. Again, maybe not been intentional, but this is the worst time for this to actually happen for his career. Then you have, okay, he's beefing with the artist that is relatively just as big as the big three: J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick, Drake. And so now they're under the same distribution label. So it's not like this label losing money.
Nah.
If Kendrick, excuse me, Kendrick was on like Def Jam or something, I don't think that UMG would let Kendrick come at him like that, because he's on a different, like, oh yeah, we about to shut that down. Like, you about to take money out of our pocket. But no, we're getting paid off of all of that.
All of it, yeah. So let's just allow it.
We're getting paid off of Kendrick and Drake. We getting paid off the whole entire beat. We want them to fight. Go ahead and fight. We getting paid.
They add fuel. Feed it.
So now, and
I
again,
agree.
that's why I said, if they would have did this to Taylor Swift, if they would have put,
nobody would have been going for it.
if they would have put pedophile, if they would have put the what's the little dots that when somebody a predator joint, they would have put that on her crib. She wouldn't have sued.
Oh yeah.
Well, she's suing UMG.
Yeah, everybody.
She's suing the artist.
Yeah.
But again, we apply different rules to ourselves. And like, this is one of the issues that I have with our culture. We don't use the tools and the resources that's given to us.
Suing is a tool.
We want that street cred. Yeah. We trying to.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We trying to be hard. We trying to be tough. Like, we about to go. And then again, what's the other way to handle it? Violence.
Right. That ain't gonna get you nothing. Yeah, I would say suing is the business tool. Is a business tool, and we look at it as a flaw or a weakness.
Yeah, and so it's like
because we don't understand that. We don't understand those tools. Like Drake is gonna be compensated. Drake is gonna be compensated,
or his deal renegotiated in his favor.
Due to this situation that he was in. It has nothing to do with whether he's weak or like what's he gonna do? Like what is he really gonna do in this situation?
Either is get into a beef with Kendrick, people lose their lives unnecessarily,
and we've already seen that.
And then we've
already seen that play out.
And then people like they don't even realize like I'm on a small side of things, a small scale content creator. I got brand deals. It's certain stuff I can't say. It's certain stuff that I can't do. Like there's certain music that I can't play. There's certain I can't like
compromises the brand. Yeah.
You know I don't cuss.
Absolutely.
So it's like when I'm putting out content, like people don't even, they may not realize this, but if you go back and look at my content, like I make sure I pick sections of the song that doesn't have cuss words in it. A lot of people may not recognize that after I say it, but it's like, it's so different trying to maneuver because nobody wants to get sued. Nobody wants their brand to be sullied. And because of that, because of the politically correct culture that we in, like, again, doing certain stuff, like, it messes up the brand. So, yeah, you have to. And this is the thing. It's a double-edged sword. If Drake don't sue, oh, he did that. If he sue, oh, he's soft. And I still think he did it.
Silence is admission.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Suing is a way to business-wise say, like, these things were not true. I mean, without having to go and drop a song claiming it wasn't true. You know what I mean? So I think that it is a tool that we're not used to seeing as a community.
Yep.
And I think that is why there's a negative connotation on it, because it involves the law.
And we don't have a good relationship.
We don't have a good relationship. It involves the law. It involves the court system. Mm-hmm. And our relationship as a Black community with the law, with the court system, has always been a negative relationship.
Yeah.
Normally it's with criminal law. Mm-hmm. And when you deal with the court system and you deal with law, we're talking about snitching or whatever the case may be. There's some sort of negative connotation tied to it.
Bro, how is suing somebody snitching?
It's not.
And he's not even suing Kendrick. He's suing UMG.
He's suing UMG. It's not. But I think when you are ignorant to what exactly is happening,
the reason why,
when you're ignorant to the process, when you're ignorant to what is actually occurring, which is he is battling the label, we just make up a narrative. Yeah. Simple as that.
And like, I think people don't think about it this way. Like, okay, so now we just moved to the suing. Like, why is that considered bad? And now just the bottom line is like the Grammys, the awards, like, so who is the final say on, not saying who won, it's all opinionated. But now it's like we take the Grammys and we be like, yo, they are the end all be all. They are
Sure.
the final say, and
Sure.
it's just like that's exactly what they want.
Absolutely.
They want to be the quote unquote final say
Yep.
for who is the best artist in that category, because that affects their bottom line as a business. Like, they have to have the best artists of every category submitting music to them to even be relevant.
Absolutely.
If Beyonce don't submit music, if Drake don't submit music, if Kendrick don't submit
Irrelevant.
music,
Taylor Swift,
Taylor Swift don't submit music,
irrelevant.
I don't care who else artist, I don't care whoever else go on that stage. It don't matter, because those people aren't there.
I agree. And the world recognizes those people as the best. So the Grammys are literally discounted if, I'm not even going to say anybody's name, if someone other than Kendrick Lamar wins the award for Best Song of the Year.
They go from the NBA to the G League
Facts.
in one. If
Facts.
if these artists don't submit to the Grammys, hold on, let me change the camera, Jay.
Facts.
If these artists don't submit to the Grammys go from the league,
Yeah, they go from
the NBA to the G League.
irrelevant. I completely agree.
So it's like, so to be like, yo, the Grammys is, yo, they gave Kendrick Lamar 5. Yes, money wise,
Yeah.
I would have gave him 10.
Yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
I would have gave as many categories, because now we're saying, like, now we got the stamp of approval back out of one beef.
The narrative is solidified.
The takedown of Drake was the best thing that could happen to the industry, because you move the power back to the organization, the corporation, and from the artist. If we can do this to Drake, we can do this to any other artist that even flinched the wrong way.
You know what the icing on the cake is?
What?
Super Bowl.
What'd you think about the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl. Excited for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Two black quarterbacks.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, two black quarterbacks. Getting after it.
Yeah.
I like the Eagles' chances. I think the Eagles have the better team. However, I am not oblivious to the fact that the Chiefs have the best player, which is Patrick Mahomes. And they also got
Saquon, though.
I know. I agree.
That joke.
But Saquon doesn't touch the ball every play.
Yeah, that's
On offense, Patrick Mahomes touches the ball every play. He's been unbeatable for the last 2-3. This be a three-peat, so that's about 3 years. And they also got the Swifties.
So you want to hear what I think? This, back to the business, yo.
It's a business thing.
If the NFL fumble, the only three-peat that they may ever get in NFL history, they stupid. I'm telling you right now. I'm throwing every flag against the Eagle. If them jokers look wrong, I'm throwing a flag against the Eagle. It's like, yo, you're about to lose out. Like, think about what made the NBA, the three-peat. Think about how legendary the three-peat is. So
did it twice.
And then he
the
could
Lakers
be arguably the greatest quarterback of all time. And then, bro, that story
Didn't
is
Shaq and Kobe do the three-peat?
Shaq and Kobe.
Anybody done it since? The Warriors came close, maybe 2.
They came close.
I don't think nobody's done it since.
I don't think, yeah.
3?
I don't think
Tough.
three-peat, yeah.
Tougher.
So it's like, if the NFL get their first three-peat,
Yeah.
there's some branding and merchandise.
Crazy. Three-peat.
I'm just telling you, I'm not saying that it's right.
It is a like, if the Eagles win, it is better for the NFL.
No. If the Chiefs win.
Yeah, my bad. The Chiefs. That's what I meant to say.
If the Eagles win, it's a great story.
It's a great story, but it ain't
underdog, but it ain't a three-peat.
And a three-peat. I agree. And also, if Patrick Mahomes is the face of the NFL.
The only way I think Chiefs lose if somebody get hurt and then they just can't
facilitate.
Yeah.
Facts.
But I think the league could go facilitate that three-peat because it just makes sense.
I do not disagree with you. We agree on something.
See, like
I'm rooting for the Eagles.
That bag is there though.
Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, great duo, great team.
Just money wise, I just like
repeat. I mean, the narrative. It's a narrative thing. It's a business thing.
They get their Michael Jordan versus LeBron debate. The
Three
Tom Brady versus
Patty debate.
That's a lot of
three
bread.
three rings back to back to back. Not one, not two.
That's history in the making.
Yeah.
They gonna make documentaries.
Yeah.
The jerseys.
Yeah.
The
legendary.
I just think
Facts.
I think the Eagles.
That is the face.
If they don't play a perfect game, my boy, perfect.
Yeah.
Like
You know what I'm saying?
literally perfect.
I will say the Chiefs found a way to win too.
Yeah, and
don't let the game be close.
Yeah. So I think, and then like I said, that flag, the referees. If I'm the league,
that thing gonna be loose.
If I'm the league,
Low
on Patrick Mahomes that night. Pause. Flag.
No Diddy.
So it's like, again, that's just my assessment of this the Super Bowl. Like, I just think the Chiefs is gonna pull it out. Money wise, it makes sense.
Agree.
Sports bet, I gotta see the line. I don't sports bet. I don't gamble, guys. But I would have to see what the lines look like, because I think, as much as we could say, I think they got an input on how it's gonna go too. Like, the house always wins, my boy.
House always wins.
So
house can't lose.
Yeah. So if you look at what that house looking like, somebody talking to somebody, might be in somebody's ear, might be in a player ear too. Like, and again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
Nah, but
I'm just following the money.
Business. Yeah.
Just following the business. So then what's going on at halftime? That bathroom break everybody be taking at a Super Bowl. What you think that's gonna be like, man?
I think it's gonna be similar to the pop out.
You think he gonna bring out Wayne?
Nah, bring out Wayne.
I was like, yeah, I wonder if they really beefing. Yeah, I don't
think they beefing.
If he bring out Wayne, Drake gonna be sick.
That is one way to. That is.
You talk about
I see what you're saying.
I might have to change my tune.
I don't think Wayne would do that to Drake.
I hope not. But he did smash his girl.
Who, Drake did?
Yeah.
Oh, he was in prison. Ain't Drake.
He might. Y'all be even then.
Yeah, that is. I don't know. I think the halftime show is gonna be similar to the pop out.
Yeah.
I think it is a coordinated way for Kendrick to solidify himself as one of the, just solidifies his 2024 year.
Yeah.
I think that it solidifies his win with the beef.
Oh, here we go.
Just saying. I mean, it is another stage. It is another stage that has been set for the world to see and hear.
It's like it's like Cleveland when they beat the Warriors when KD got hurt, or
you tripping
when the Warriors beat LeBron.
Your narrative is flawed.
Kyrie Irving and
sir.
K-Love was out.
Come on.
I just think Drake got handicapped, bro. I think he had too much going on. He had too much dip on his chip.
I hear what you're saying.
And it's one of those
Somebody
things
should have
where
been telling Drake, sit down.
Nah, his team failed him. Like his publicity team, they failed him. And he might not really have like a crazy publicity team.
Sure.
But when you beefing with your label and that's who pushing your joint, that's your It was a terrible timing, bro.
Terrible timing. I just think that this, the halftime performance is another way for Kendrick to solidify a lot of things.
Yeah.
To maybe even start some new drama. Who knows what you can do on that stage.
Yeah, hey bro, Kendrick, go crazy though.
Go crazy.
I need the content. Go, boy.
Yep. So it's gonna be another way for you to stay consistent.
Go do your thing, my boy.
On the 6 man.
Yeah. I ain't gonna watch though, but
you will. He already he gonna watch.
Should I live stream?
Potentially. But we'll that'll be something that we cover on the next podcast.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
So, Wayne versus Kendrick, though they talk about like Wayne dropped the commercial and he like a little sensitive. You see Major Pay?
I have seen Major Pay.
Sensitive. Yeah. So, he had a Cedar Field commercial and he was like he got a new
talking
album.
About sensitive skin. Come on now.
He got a new album coming out. June 6th, and you know, I think he probably gonna take some shots at Kendrick. Yo, I hope Wayne do a cover on Not Like Us. Like, give us the old Wayne,
Yeah, them,
like as a
no
build
ceilings.
up, no ceiling vibes. Like, bro,
I mean, a Wayne
he would take his
Not
song.
Like Us cover with a no ceilings feel
Oh my god,
would be
legendary.
there. You go. That's a good word. Facts.
If y'all think, wait, what? If Wayne get on Wayne,
No ceilings.
when you watch this, like, please, bro,
yeah,
please please take Kendrick's song, my boy.
that would be. I mean, that is a strategy.
Like, go ahead and hop on Not Like Us and make it do what it do. And for the younger audience that don't know who Wayne is or was, I'm letting you know, Kendrick don't want no problem. He that guy right now.
Kendrick is that guy.
But I don't know if he want those type of problems with Wayne. Like, because it's a thing. The same thing that I think was going against Drake, having too much motion, too much going on at the one time. Kendrick is on tour. Mm-hmm. He has Super Bowl performance. Mm-hmm. If Wayne was to drop something on Kendrick right now, Kendrick would be handicapping at a disadvantage.
Because of everything he has going on.
Because now he might got something in the tuck already ready, already go pre-planned, but
potentially,
if Lil Wayne get in that booth and lock in, and he ain't got nothing else going on other than just focusing on Kendrick, I don't think he comes out unscathed. I don't think he comes out. Yeah, I just don't know that because he has so much going on.
I'll just say this. I'll say this. I think what you're saying is not wrong. Talent wise, lyrics wise, bar wise, artistry wise, yes, Lil Wayne could put together something legendary.
Imagine if you get on Not Like
That. Yeah,
bro.
I agree. So I think he could produce something legendary. I think the issue is it doesn't fit the narrative.
Imagine if he get on Euphoria, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I just don't think it fits the narrative.
Mm-hmm. And then what happens if you drop on the Super Bowl? Yeah. I would have a 3-pack ready to go. Euphoria.
I don't think Lil Wayne dissing Kendrick on Not Like Us, Euphoria, whatever the case may be.
Internet would be ablaze.
It would be ablaze, but I don't think it fits the narrative to move the needle for Wayne to take the lead. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think it fits in there. Look at what the Grammys just did. They just gave Kendrick all this. Look at what the Super Bowl just did. They just gave Kendrick the stage.
Fam, if Lil Wayne
I hear what you're saying.
Get on Euphoria and a 2-pack with
I'm following the money. Like you said earlier, I'm following the money.
But
I'm following the business.
I don't know who his distribution deal is with, but if he drop Euphoria and Not Like Us remix, and
it's gonna be
drop
fire.
it on the then drop it on the Super Bowl and it's real tension, real beef. Oh, what Kendrick? I think Wayne would be one up. Like
I just don't think it fit the narrative.
It might not fit the narrative, but that's why I'm saying, like, bro, if I was on the planning committee, the team, how we gonna
attack this?
Plan attack? Oh yeah, we coming out. Coming out with a
good strategy.
We coming out with.
I don't think it gets the reach that you think it's gonna get.
Wayne, look, I'm telling you, look, Euphoria, Not Like Us, 2-pack.
I don't disagree.
Drop it tomorrow.
Yep.
And then let the tabloids, and Twitter and Instagram, TikTok,
go crazy.
They going wow. And we already know what you can do in the booth.
Yeah,
gosh, bro.
That's never a question.
So yeah, Kendrick, it's gonna be a long night when Wayne drop tomorrow.
I agree.
I agree. I don't know if he gonna drop, but if he did that'd be
strategic.
Yeah, that'd be. Do you think Kendrick will watch Wayne?
No.
Okay. We agree on that.
Okay.
We agree on that. You saw the comments. Like I can pull them up now. Like, boy, they were talking greasy about
Kendrick,
about Wayne and Kendrick, bro. Like,
let's see.
Austin Reed had 45.
That's crazy.
What the world?
On a show. What the post say?
Boy, I guess 80 was holding my man's back.
9-1-80 was Dalton Connect. Let's see.
It says
everyone knows. I see one good comment. Somebody got some sense.
What does this have to do with K Dot? Y'all love the reach. Y'all so obsessed with K Dot. Hold on, let me go down. It won't even let me see all of them because so many. Well, how many comments did y'all have? About
Good amount.
6. I said Aubrey Glazer.
As a Kendrick fan, I fear Wayne more to this day because I'm a Wayne fan.
I've always respected Kendrick
for not being afraid of Wayne.
I'm just glad Kendrick getting to the real ones back
Okay.
in the studio. Okay, now he got some more love.
Yeah, he do. Wayne will cook Kendrick.
Oh, okay.
Lil Wayne is before my time.
I think it's corny. Everybody trying to step on Kendrick's moment. All right.
Don't get me started.
Okay, I mean, all right.
I think individuals are well aware.
Okay.
But I do see the comment. I think Kendrick brings out Wayne during the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Greatest rapper back in the day.
You see that comment? Go up.
What is that?
It says Wayne already lost if he doing skincare commercials.
See, that's
crazy.
Bro, it's a disrespect, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
They got a lot of sauce.
All it was missing was that lighter flick. Yes, sir.
That's it, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, that's just some of the comments.
Facts.
Like, Kendrick will mop the floor with Wayne. This ain't the 2010s anymore. The disrespect.
Disrespectful.
That's what I'm talking about.
1-3 Ali J. Disrespectful.
That's
you watching this, you disrespectful.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Disrespectful.
Like, we see that's the like. It's the Kendrick fans that make this whole thing.
Yeah.
Like Kendrick is
1-3
talented.
Ali J got to be a bot.
Gotta be. Like, if anybody know how Wayne get busy in that studio, they don't want none of them problems. People be like, oh, he lost to Pusha T. He lost. I'm like, bro.
You ain't listening to none of Wayne music.
And this is the thing too. Like back then, like you don't give the shine to the bigger artists.
Never.
I mean, to the smaller artists. As the bigger artists, you can't. Like, you're not going to win. They get 1 or 2 good bars. Your spotlight is going to highlight them.
Yep.
And honestly, in this situation, with what Drake had going on, his ego got the best of him. He should not responded right now. And if he had all this stuff going on, I would have just let that jump ride to the summertime. And when it was time for me to do my summer thing, oh yeah, we going to get busy.
Yeah.
And then by that time, you would have had enough time to do what you need to do.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. Wayne.
Yeah. Hey,
I know you got it in you.
Go easy on that boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, go easy on that boy.
Hey, Kendrick, your best move is to bring Wayne out.
Yeah. Go apologize. Make sure you don't wake
apologize.
up.
Just going to squash this before it become a thing.
Yo, now this is the thing though. I don't think he would. If Kendrick ever, imagine the narrative would be if Kendrick apologized to Lil Wayne.
He ain't.
I know, but it's just like that whole J. Cole, he apologized to Kendrick on stage. Like, if Kendrick was like, yo, Wayne, you still my homie, you my guy, If he showed any type of love,
it goes away.
I think you got to look at J. Cole apology a little different, just a little differently. If Kendrick was to be like,
that's
yo, Wayne, you still my guy, whatever. If he showed love, I'm not telling him apologize. Yeah. If you show love, you got to look at J. Cole apology a little different.
J. Cole, do you think J. Cole? How do you think J. Cole would have stood in the beef?
No, I think he would have got Kendrick out of there, and the only reason that because J. Cole was calculated. Like, we wouldn't be discussing you if you won't dissing. So now we're in the diss. That kind of nullifies his next kind of move. Like, yo, the only reason like you get to it, you gonna hit Not Like Us on J. Cole? You can't. Like,
yeah, it would have been more. It would have been instead of what's the word I'm looking for? Instead of just like kind of shots, kind of thrown out there to see what sticks.
Yeah,
you really would have had to go bar for bar with that, man.
Yeah, you would have had to go bar for bar, and I think J. Cole could have stood in the fire, and then like you talking about wordplay, lyrical ability.
It's there.
I think it's right on par.
Yep.
And
tit for tat,
like
as they call it.
I think he would have lost a bro. Like, I think J. Cole marriage household might have been in trouble, but I think Kendrick household would have been on fire. I think that,
everything would have burned down.
I married mine. I put a ring on mine. And J. Cole has some J. Cole got some leverage. And I feel like that J. Cole was a bigger artist before Kendrick got put on. So there's no telling what J. Cole did for Kendrick's career.
That we don't even know about.
why would he apologize to somebody he not really cool with? Like, bro, like if we got in beef, like we would take each other heads off, and it's gonna mess up everything that we had going on. But we cool, we friends, so there's like a level
of respect.
Yeah, that you have. And so, but knowing what you know about individuals, people, like
it would have got real.
It would have got ugly.
Yeah,
like
it would have been a fight. It would have been, they would have burned.
They're cooler than Drake and Kendrick. So
maybe even cooler than Drake and Cole.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It would have. Yeah.
I think they know too much about each other.
It was like let's just dead this right now.
Their lyrical ability, and I think Cole was just a bigger man. I don't think it was fear. I don't think it was, like he said it. Like I would have lost a bro.
Yeah, his wife said, come sit down on this couch.
So
come take care of your daughter.
So yeah, I definitely
feel that.
I think J. Cole, like
respect.
I'm not saying that Kendrick would have just lost right off the bat. I'm just saying that would have been a tough one.
Yeah, I think another thing is just Cole just respects his family to a point where he don't even want to expose his family to any of that.
And bro, in that back-to-back joint that Kendrick dropped on, Cole would have had another verse.
It would have got real ugly.
Done. Like he has a whole camp. I think Kendrick got a camp too. They would have had 10 songs ready to go for Kendrick, bro.
Yeah.
Like Dreamville is different. It's a different. They got plenty of artists. Nobody's writing for J. Cole. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying they would have been in the stew right there with Cole. They would have got 5-6 songs knocked out.
Yep.
And I wish Kendrick would have dropped 2-3 songs at a time. Cole would have dropped 4, in my opinion, because he writes like that, he raps like that. 7-minute drill is an exercise.
He said he got 3 in the tuck.
So
yeah, like.
So yeah,
I mean, Cole dropped an album.
I think Cole.
I think y'all forgot. Like 7-minute drill was a part of an album.
Bro, they said that like it didn't even make no noise at the Grammy. Like that's why I'm like, bro, it was so.
7-minute drill was a part of an album. Might delete later.
And he forecast like, bro, life and death and power of the tongue. We'll talk about it.
We'll go. Yeah.
But as we wrap this thing up,
wrapping up.
Like it's state of the culture, bro. Like after knowing the beef and again, like me been trolling, like I really want people to like really understand who I am as a person and kind of how I see things. And bro, honestly, like through trolling, like it's unfortunate, like to reach the masses, to reach the industry, the crowds, the people. Yep. I had to troll. That is that's so crazy. Like again, I told you I had motion. Like I'm meeting celebrities and stars, and like
absolutely.
I was telling you this before.
Yeah.
I gotta chill out with some of the stuff I be saying.
Yeah,
because I really be in the room and meeting some of these people, and I'm like one person away. So if somebody was to share my content, like my content, is going to that person. Now I might be trolling.
That you might run into.
So I be having to chill, like, and I think that's the funniest thing about this whole situation, bro. Like, I had to chill out, but I think our culture needs some work, bro. I'd hate that we are putting our greatest artists in their respective industries against one another, and we not even benefiting the most off of it, bro. I wish Kendrick and Drake was getting to that bag. I wish they was like really making the most out of it, but they might have made, let's just say they made $1 billion.
They didn't even make the bulk.
They didn't even make half, bro. So it's like when I see that, it's like, is it really worth it for us to be gassing up for it to be what it is, and we not even reaping the benefits as a culture? Like, and we just saying, oh, if I want to get on, if I want to do this X, Y, and Z, I got to take out my bro.
Yeah.
I got to take out the other guy. Like, and it's putting this narrative of I got to step on this guy to get to where I want to go. And imagine if Drake and Kendrick were to collab, or they were like, yo, bump the industry. Let's figure this thing out. We got the team. We got the resources now. Let's go do our own thing. Drake might not be into it. They say his ego.
Sure.
Kendrick might not be on it because he a recluse. He like his own thing. But I'm just saying, if they were to pull out of the industry completely and go independent at with the skill set and the level that they have, bro, they could almost not take out the industry, but they could really make Michael Jackson and Prince, if they didn't have beef and they would have worked together. Like, look what that would do to The community, bro.
Tupac and Biggie.
Tupac and Biggie, like we always beefing, bro.
Yeah.
Always beefing.
I would point to the fact that I feel like our culture is a very reactive culture. I feel like we, as a culture, react to things that don't need reaction.
Yeah.
And we feed off of those reactions. So at a certain point, like you troll, right? And you're talking about a specific thing.
Yeah.
By the time all the reactions happen, y'all are just reacting to each other.
Yeah.
Or individuals are just interacting in the comments.
Yeah.
About something that has nothing to do with what we were initially talking about.
Yeah.
I think, our culture, the state of the culture is a culture that, I already said it is reactive, but we struggle to be able to agree to disagree.
Yeah. Amicably.
I think being able to disagree is a healthy
skill.
Yeah, it's a skill. You're able to disagree, hold your own opinion.
Yeah.
Podcast. Yeah. My own opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honest opinion, bro.
My honest opinion. I think everyone is entitled to that.
Yeah.
And I think the issue that we run into is we are unable to allow each other the space to formulate our own opinions.
Yeah.
Without becoming emotional.
Yeah. And bro, like I just think that it's one of those things that it's a skill that you have to develop.
It's a skill.
Something like emotional. Like so I think I talked this to you, like people emotional intelligence, like they ability to emotionally regulate. Like I think a lot of people struggle with that. And like when I'm on social media and I'm dropping the videos, like I got to really see how many people are unable to emotionally regulate.
Yep.
And how
absolutely
invested they are in the things that may not affect their day-to-day walk, their day-to-day life. And
like all these things that they're emotional about have nothing to do with their current situation or circumstance.
And I think their like relation to that is almost like when people watching shows, when people watching the daytime television with what's them shows? Not My Wife and Kids, but the dramas, the soap operas.
Yep.
Like people watching that, like because they don't have that drama going on.
Talking about like reality?
Yeah, reality TV show.
Absolutely.
Like can you, like
absolutely.
Like look at the Bachelorette and the Bachelor.
I mean,
like
I just think of like
nobody wants a relationship like that.
Nah.
But you got married women love the show. They would hate to be in that situation. You got it's just
there's a lot of Love is Blind, Married at First Sight. Don't get me started.
So it's funny, like that's what we want to watch and we entertain, but nobody will want to be in that situation.
Fair.
Like Fair. It's just something about our culture in that way that is what moves the needle. That's what draws and garners the attention. Controversy.
Simple as that.
And so it's just like something about that we have to change, bro. Like even when you look at our news, controversy, like we want the most salacious headline. That's what gets the views. That's what gets the clicks.
Yep.
And I can't remember who shared this with me, but it was I don't know if I read it business wise. They said your dollars are tied to pockets and those pockets are tied to eyes. And I was like, wow, that's so. I was like, that's deep. I was like, yeah, because when you garner that attention, that is literally going to the person like that you're trying to influence. They're seeing it, and so like now that you can just garner their attention, you
deep.
Have the ability to sell them on something.
That's deep.
You know what I'm saying? Like now, and then if you have a product along with that, then you're able to provide them that product. So that's a one-to-one transaction. So
spit that again.
They said dollars are in pockets and those pockets are tied to eyes. And I was like, what does that mean? I was like, I really had to, I'm like,
you gotta think about it.
Oh, I'm like, okay.
Chew on that for a little bit.
Like
I'll chew on that.
What you see and then like it's like influencing that person. Now you're able to
hand in hand
provide a product, able to sell, so it was like I was like, oh, so it's not about just the product itself. Can you hold and capture the attention of the audience? And if you can, that can be monetized. And that's what these corporation laws organizations are doing. They're monetizing people's attention. They're monetizing people's time. Like, so people don't realize the most important currency, and I'll end it like this. The most important currency, or the most valuable currency that we have, is time.
Yep.
So if someone can manipulate your time, if someone can hold your time and attention, that is the most valuable resource that you have. And them knowing that, that's how they're able to monetize anything that they're doing as a corporation, as an organization, is, hey, I got your attention, so that means you're spending your time with me. If you spend your time with me, you would definitely spend your money with me.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's with any business. You are completely correct, but just to provide context, provide examples.
Yeah.
I think the first thing that came to my mind was like concerts. You know what I mean? You're buying, you're spending your money to spend time, or at least to feel like
you're spending time with the artist.
And that was like the first thing that kind of jumped in my mind. Basketball games, football games. You just want to be close. Be close.
In proximity.
It's crazy. Movies. You want to go see Denzel on the big screen. You know, and you're spending your time 2-3 hours engulfed, invested in his work.
Yeah. And the people wonder, like, yo, are you making money off of social media posts? Yeah, I'm making money off of social media posts. It's like, yo, how are you making money off of social media?
You're capturing people's time.
You're spending time with me.
Yep.
And again, I thank you. I appreciate you. Like, I want to entertain you. Like, but yes, like, that's how, like, you're paying me. You're spending time with me, and they put a monetary amount on the amount of time that you spend with my content. So that's just something that I just thought out there, but something that I want to change in our culture, because, like, as you guys will see over time when we drop more episodes, like, you'll see, like, yeah, I don't be trolling. That's just for play. It's for fun. And, like, I really want to talk to you guys about, like, some serious stuff. Like,
absolutely.
Like, I want to get deep with y'all, talk about, like, yo, what type of investments, and, you know, am I into? Like, yo, do you have life insurance? Do you have health insurance? Like, it's stuff that I want to talk about. But just to let you guys know, I had to meet you where you are, because I do want you as an audience member. I do want you as someone that's in my community. But to garner that, I did have to rage bait. I did have to throw that out there so we could be having this conversation.
Absolutely.
Like we having right now. So
absolutely.
What you got, my guy?
I like the quote.
All right.
Money's tied to pockets and pockets are tied to eyes. I like that. Definitely made me think. And I didn't really associate it with time.
Yeah.
So I'll take that with me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can't wait to do this again.
Absolutely.
Guys, look, enjoy yourself. Be safe tomorrow with the Super Bowl. Look, like, I know that you might turn up, but if you need to get an Uber, get an Uber. If you need to stay at your relative or your friend house because you two turn, please do. Like,
end of the day, make smart decisions.
And
absolutely.
And look out for your fellow brother, your fellow man. Like, even if you beefing with somebody that's at that party or whatever, like, hey, beef to live to see another day. Absolutely. Y'all ain't got to scrap. Y'all ain't got to throw hands.
Absolutely.
And if you can be just respectful, kind to one another, man, it'll help someone, and I think it'll impact and change somebody's life. So, man, thank you guys for tuning in to My Honest Opinion.
Yeah,
man, we out talked one of the main camera. The main camera died on us. Hey, look, but we're gonna be improving. Yep. We're gonna be trying to do this again more frequently, more regularly, and then get this thing down packed. So we bring you guys the best possible show that we possibly can. So appreciate you guys tuning in. We out of here.